has started. So,
So,
so, uh, where are we at?
I think we were all back in the mansion, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Are you guys?
Well, all except for Nikolai and Iris. They were heading back to the mansion, and Toph
Yeah.
just ripped a big hole in the floor.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she did.
Because
Also, Alex is high off her ass, and she's going to go train with Toph.
Oh, right. You guys were about to spar, weren't you?
oh,
Yep.
that's gonna be great.
Oh, boy.
Hey,
Better hope those sunglasses don't get knocked off.
yeah.
I have an idea.
Oh boy.
You were warned very heavily not to let the sunglasses
I
come off of your
know.
face. You could make like a wisdom check to see if sparring Toph right now would be a smart idea.
Oh, I was actually going to ask for something else. But I will
Oh,
make that
well,
wisdom save
what-
if you demand it.
I mean, it can be something else if you have something else in mind. Not set on a wisdom saving throw, but a wisdom check. What do you have in mind?
I was basically going to suggest to Toph that instead of going right after fighting Azula, that maybe I was a little tired and I'd rather just try to work on my shaping the earth before I get to fighting with it.
Oh, okay, well. Toph seems slightly disappointed as you started off the statement with "wanna throw rocks at each other."
That's fair.
So Toph was ready to spar, but she is understanding in that you might need to gather the basics a little more before going straight into fighting someone such as her who is going to kick your ass.
You know, I don't want to melt her face either, so.
Yeah. So yeah, you can start shaping the earth. Are you gonna be like out in the grass, like kind of out of the courtyard?
Yeah.
Okay. Ripping up the backyard, making it look like trash.
I mean, we can always mold it back.
Yeah, you can.
I don't think the grass will be back, but you know. Eh.
Yeah. Alright, well, you can just kind of practice that in the meantime. I don't know if you really need to roll anything, as you have Mold Earth as a cantrip, so...
Oh, good, because I was actually going to make a suggestion on top of that if you made me roll.
What?
First off, I started as an earthbender. Second off, you said that whatever this drug is, it makes me feel pretty much everything, so...
Yes.
Advantage
It does.
is what I was going to suggest.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. I don't know if you really need to roll anything though, because you're just kind of you're not really attacking anything or making checks. You're just training.
Yep.
Alright, so everyone else was in the mansion What's everyone else doing?
Uh,
Iris, Nikolai left you, so you are.
Myers just heads back to the mansion.
what day is it? Like what day of the week
is it?
'Cause I know-
It's
I
still
know
the
Thursdays.
same day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, you made a random assumption about what day it was and when you would be back, so I'm fine with just saying that's what it is, because I don't. There wasn't really a specific day it was. You said I'll be back in like 5 days or something on Thursday.
oh, that was for blacksmithing
In-game?
with
Yeah.
Jimmy Senior. So that was supposed to be
Yeah.
like this Thursday when I'm not here. So you can just be like, Ty gets up early in the morning and leaves to go blacksmithing.
Oh. Okay. Well.
So that way you have, you know. So, I guess for today, I'm gonna, for a little bit, Ty's gonna read his new books from Mr. Angry Sun Man.
Which book you reading first?
I'm gonna read the one about chemistry first.
Did I already tell you what those books do?
Nope.
Thought I did. I feel like I described a couple of them.
You said that 2 of them were chemistry books, and one was about flowers.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you wanted to be more specific on that, but
Yes, I can. What the fuck? What are you guys confused? Whatever. Alright, so the chemistry book. One of the 2 chemistry books. Right. Asinine.
yeah.
Your current bombs, do they do D8s or D6s?
I think you said D6. They're the same as fireballs.
I do believe that you did.
And then you
They
added.
did change.
So yeah, so you said how many I. It was basically the same. It was originally the same damage as fireballs, and then you added 2D whatever they were to it. And then I just don't remember if they're 6s or 8s. So Myris might.
Okay. Yeah, I was pretty sure. I wasn't positive, but I was pretty sure that the D dice got up to an 8. I just don't remember how many. I wasn't positive, but.
Right.
So.
Fuck this. Why am I fucking around chasing this dude out here?
What the fuck are we doing, Emily?
What in God's name are you two doing?
Oh, okay. So he did up the die size, and okay. In dice rolls, Myris has the update. Thank you, Myris. Or Oni. Or both, I guess.
Boy, I can't spell for shit. Asinine, check your DMs.
One sec. Fuck.
Oh, well, I typed this thing out and Asinine responds. Who else wants to do what?
Is Myris back from the store yet?
By now, yes.
Alright. He's gonna go train with Roy.
Okay.
Do I, like, are you asking me personally as a human being?
Yes.
Yes, I know a couple.
Alright, that's why I asked you.
You need a,
Because I figured you would.
you need one?
So, you got a couple to choose from, and the ingredients needed per which ones. Then you want to type that out real quick.
Okay. So, yeah, I know a couple, like I said.
Alright, so Roy is gonna be like... So, I hope you know that you did buy my time, and you kind of haven't been here with my time. So that's still gonna be your
What
money
bullshit?
spent.
What fucking
Myris-
bullshit?
Myris pulls out let's see, let me double check my yeah, Myris pulls out another 100 gold. My apologies, I understand that your time is valuable. However, I did unfortunately have previous business to attend to.
Well, in that case, no worries. You are buying my time, so feel free to buy as much of my time as you would like.
Myers just kind of gets that smug, like that smug smile on his face, like, yeah, that's what I thought you'd say.
Yeah. So it's definitely what he was going for. So
Yep.
yeah.
Alright. Well, as I do not see any other business covering up anytime soon, shall we?
Yes, let's indeed. And he is going to start, I guess, teaching you about, well, I guess he's gonna inquire with you what type of elemental spells that you have as of right now.
Let's see. Myers starts looking around for a good target, and seeing where Roy had done his demonstration before.
Yes, outside.
Yeah. Oh, definitely outside, but like specifically in like the kind of hardened stone area.
Yes.
Myers just goes, would you like only the ones that come from my personal spellcasting, or the ones and he kind of like wraps his fingers on the staff, or the ones that I have access to?
He's going to ponder this for a moment. Says, well, I mean, realistically speaking, if you could do something like what I've done, like, and he holds up his gloves in front of you, hands out, and just kind of notions that, like, you have the fuck is it? The enchantment circle? Whatever.
Transmutation circle.
Transmutation circle. That's the thing. If you have a transmutation circle on a pair of gloves, then you should be able to use alchemy to tells you to change the element of whatever elemental spell you cast into another element. What I can teach you is how to make stuff into fire, because that's what I know how to do. That is my speciality.
That would be excellent. As far as the elemental spells, and Maris takes the staff, flips it around a few times, and throws a fireball at the at that same place. And from the staff, it's a 5th level. And then goes,
God.
but of course the ones that did not fire, and flips it around again, and whips the staff toward it, and launches a 5th level lightning bolt.
Hot damn, he is highly impressed and a little scared.
As he
Because
should.
those are powerful spells.
Yes, as he should be. Well, I have a few items that are able to increase my potency in combat.
Oh. That is impressive. That, good for you.
Thank you. And Myers kind of bows a little bit.
Yeah. He's going to give you a little golf clap. As he will start explaining the science behind changing different elements. And for now, he's going to start with lightning. As if you wanted to change your lightning into fire for whatever reason, then you could do that. So he's going to take the next half hour to hour, just explaining all the details of how you change lightning into fire.
Awesome. Yeah, Myers very closely pays attention, and and is keeping mental notes. And actually, like a few minutes in, just kind of offhand, like barely paying attention, makes a few gestures with his hand and casts Unseen Servant, which then picks up his journal and starts taking notes on its own as Myris watches.
Nice. I saw you had that spell. I was curious what you're going to be doing with it.
Oh yeah,
That's a cool spell.
yeah, it's one of my favorite. But yeah, so he just listens with rapt attention.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Nikolai, you get back to the fortress and you meet up with Colonel what's his name?
She knew.
Sure. Okay. And he is confused as to why you are back after such a great practice today. Like, well, who's returned? You just that excited about getting to practice with professionals such as ourselves? This is really a new bow. May I see it? This dude is mouth dropped at how fucking exquisitely made your bow is. And he's like, your bow. You got this. Wow.
Oh god, that's the best. Thank you.
You made my night better. Jeebus.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Oh, my heart.
put a smile on my face.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Made me forget
so-
about bad things. Thank you. Oh, Jeebus. Without my bow, I'm useless.
Like, wow, well. Yeah. Can continue training in here. Everyone else has pretty much there are a couple stragglers who need to practice harder than the rest, but everyone else is going home for the night or eating. Practice is pretty much over for today, but you can keep practicing with your, and he just kind of says it real like slow, like your really nice new bow. He is notably jealous that you have a bow that nice and he does not. He has a nice bow himself, just not that nice. Yeah, he appreciates that a lot. And you can start practicing with your new bow if you'd like. Okay. He is going to begrudgingly not leave and go do other stuff so that he could watch this new bow in action. He wants to see this new bow. boy, you're still going asinine.
I mean, I can give you
And-
gases. I can give you like I'm working on thermite right now, which is super simple. But it just basically makes things burn hotter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
As you can see, thermite literally is just used for like welding shit or melting metal.
yeah.
So tetraphosphorus or P4, also known as white phos, is literally just the fucking internet's.
Okay, well.
Hang on, there's one more. White phosphorus is manufactured from phosphate rocks. So basically, phosphorus exposed to air creates white phos, which burns really hot.
So the one you're typing now is the last one?
I was going to include one more on just general smoke.
Okay, well, you can include one more. And I will...
I was just including a bunch, and then you could pick.
Yeah. I'll roll a d8. So 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Uh, oh. Oh. Potassium nitrate makes smoke. Okay. So you rolled a D3, so what do you want with that?
That is going to be the chloroform.
Okay. What about it?
Actually, I'll say, since it's a book, you can probably learn multiple things. I'll give you, like, 2 things out of the book. So, let's roll another d7 real quick.
And a D7.
One. Okay, so... yeah.
So I can make chlorine gas and carbon monoxide? Or no.
Hmm?
1, 2, 3. I can make
Uh,
chloroform and
chloroform and chlorine gas.
chlorine gas.
So, the chlorine gas...
Where did you find that gift?
I just typed in chloroform.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
afraid.
exactly. That's what it is
the
used for.
fuck?
Interestingly enough, chloroform doesn't actually put people to sleep. It just inhibits oxygen, and that's what knocks people out.
Yeah.
So it's literally just an oxygen inhibitor, which I mean makes sense, but like, yeah. Wait. So Ty can now make sleep bombs and then chlorine gas bombs, which that'll be fun.
But this is better.
Asna,
can-
you just posted the one that I just posted.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Hey man, great minds think alike.
Alright,
But fools
what's going
rarely
on in
differ.
the story? I was posting poetry for a while.
Yeah, I know you were. Your mind went to poetry because you and Shadow went back and forth by Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, I didn't post any Edgar. She did, though.
Everybody loves
Yeah.
poetry, though.
True, until your teacher gets mad at the way you did your poetry, and she wants to do it the way that she did it, then you kind of get a little bit mad at poetry.
My teacher forced me to memorize some poetry, so that's why I know some of this.
My teacher told us to write about different kinds of stones, and like if moss was covering it or not, but I wrote it the best way I could, and my friends thought I did a fucking fantastic job, and then my teacher's like, no, you did it wrong. I'm like, I did what you fucking told me to do. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
well.
who is acting? Was it Asinine?
I'm typing up a book for what he's going to learn, or what he's reading.
So this is the first book with the...
Yes.
I mean,
Jesus!
that's where the first one came from. Well, not where it came from, but...
Ooh. Yep.
I mean, I can make napalm.
Oh god.
It's literally
That's
just
what I'm gonna say.
like diesel oil and
Matt, where's
styrofoam.
Inosuke right now? Do you want to spar?
So you gave me 3 books.
Sounds like fun.
The third was on flowers.
Yes.
Okay.
You know which ones are pretty.
Yay.
Wait, Matt, do you want to do hand-to-hand combat, or do you want to do just regular swords? Okay. Alright, that works. That works.
Where did I fucking... Oh, that was the M16. I'm gonna fuck around with the M16. That's right. Wait. I want... This is the LC10.
So it stops the oxygen going to brains. Chloroform.
Yeah, both of them can, yeah. Chloroform is the oxygen doesn't get to the brain, and effectively just causes people to pass out, and then it takes them a little bit to wake up. But it's not, like, impossible. The, chlorine gas is similar, in that it inhibits oxygen, but it also causes burning of the lungs, coughing, watering eyes. It's basically tear gas.
Yeah.
Remember in Philip's campaign where he almost made Song make chloroform and kill both me and Fox? This chloroform can freaking kill.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
yeah, both can kill because they just inhibit oxygen from getting into the lungs and getting to the brain.
I had to specify that that was not what I was making.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't even know you were in here, puppy. Oh. What do I want to fuck around with? Oh, the M16. That's under attack rifles. M16.
So, Inosuke and Nemi, if you guys want to roll for sparring, you can. You want to sword fight or if you want to fist fight. Just don't kill each other because well, I don't think Morty's there to save you.
Oh, that's right, Morty got fucking high too.
Yeah, Morty can still do stuff while high. He's been doing it for years.
Oh, what is Morty doing?
Good question. What's Alex doing?
Alex is
Oh yeah,
playing
outside
with dirt.
training. Well, Morty's probably outside just watching then, so you guys could probably spar.
Yeah.
Is Morty like a little puppy right now? Like,
Just wants to spend time with his fiance.
I suppose that's fair.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Nat, do you want to roll first, or do you want me to roll first? Okay. Gives me time.
Probably trying to make sure that I don't accidentally kill Toph too, huh?
Yeah.
But we're blocking per se.
Lol, Shadow, you posted one of the poems I posted.
Jesus.
Robert Frost.
I think it's. Let me check.
It's Fire and Ice. I love poetry. I'm gonna have to read all these later.
That one. Yeah, it does hit. They both hit. Yes. Okay. I think I Okay. Why
I do have to say I like that nobody's asked about the glasses. Oh, did he? I didn't hear that. Aw. Says somebody who's wearing a pig head, though.
Yeah, you did say that back. I remember
Got him.
that.
I see.
Yep.
No, not really.
Damn.
These are some pretty nice hits.
Damn.
Yeah. And we're just
Oh,
going
we're
back
at
and
it.
forth right now, and we're not actually hitting each other, more or less we're just blocking.
Ooh, that's a nat 1.
That is a net one.
Waiting for the
Is it-
DM to say what you hit.
Oh, who rolled in that one?
Matt?
It was your second attack? Well, I'm gonna say it's something as simple as you swung with your first sword, blocked, well, the first one hit, or was it blocked?
The first
Or
one...
you guys just doing like blocking?
Yeah.
Okay. The first one is blocked naturally. Nemi's got skill. The second one, Nemi having a lot of skill, blocks so strongly that the sword vibrates out of your hand and you drop it.
I could see.
Like banging it against that one spider dude where you were just like stuck halfway through his fucking arm. And you just were like, what the fuck?
Oh, or he...
Like that, but
Wait, is he... Okay, wait.
yeah.
Is it like... I just picture him getting angry like he did in that... Like you do in the, when you post that one gif and he gets angry. uh... No. Oh, that's... I see. Oof.
I'm just providing you with plant
Okay,
stuff
yeah,
now.
I'll probably look over that later. But yeah, thank you. What was the second one? It was chlorine and chloroform, yeah.
He's still doing with our bomber.
The mad bomber.
The, I feel like he should have just been a goblin instead. So he could do
Who?
the little goblin laugh. As he's throwing bombs everywhere.
Who, me?
Yes, you!
Well, I don't plan on making bombs with flowers. I just plan on making you guys tea. Don't worry, I'll make the tea with the hibiscus or pine.
Just watch the one time. Yeah, I did. That was my turn.
No, that's something you do. I just put in dice rolls.
Alright,
That was probably one of my favorite scenes of Avatar.
Moogle does have the fly spell,
Oh god.
and I do understand. I personally understand at least the concept of
Who said I
Alright,
have to
pick my
use the
sword.
fly spell
Back
to
up.
fly? I could use my fire bending. That'd be a
I'm
little
saying
hot,
on
though.
me.
Oh, like I did the snake, yeah.
Tie plus fly spell equals B52.
These back and forths are pretty nice.
What the fuck? This is fucking bullshit. I'm going back to the fucking vengeance.
Yeah, I think definitely probably after the session tonight, I'm definitely gonna be rewatching Demon Slayer.
That was pretty good.
It was very good.
And then the movie. That's what I want.
Alex, in the middle of training, is going to ask Toph a question.
Oh dear.
Okay.
So this entire time I've been here, I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen Ty Lee. Doesn't she normally hang out with, Azula?
Okay, so out of game. Which one was Ty Lee?
Acrobat.
Oh, right. Her.
The tree blocker.
Hmm.
I wasn't even
Yeah.
thinking
Oh,
for that,
man. Yeah. It's a cool class. Hmm. I'm almost done typing this thing for Asinine.
Mhm.
Now I gotta think about this for a moment.
Yeah, you can take time on that. You can typing is slow. I'm playing Warzone.
Didn't she like live in a circus or something?
Tied.
She did until Azula bullied her out. And then she joined
Right.
the, Yoshi Warriors.
Okay.
After the Fire Lord's demise.
Yep.
Or whatever. Fire Nation. Fucking wow, what a bitch.
But no, Ty Lee was awesome.
No, not you.
Oh.
COD.
Okay, so I now
Corner
have the
takers.
answer. Now let's know if Toph knows the answer. Now I gotta sit here and scroll through all your guys' gifts or attacks
Sorry.
and gifts. I mean, it's fine. You guys do what you want to do. Oh, that's cool.
What?
Forgot about that. Toph.
Oh yeah, the map one when she made the
Oh
map.
yeah,
Yeah.
when Alex was molding Earth and making maps in the middle of the dungeon, that's what I was imagining.
Fair. That is. Yeah.
That's why I said fuck it, I'm an
Alright.
Earthbender now.
So Toph says, yeah, I don't know. Not sure.
Interesting.
Maybe someone else would know.
Maybe I'll ask Azula later if she's feeling chatty. I don't know if she wants to see me again though.
Oh, really? You met up with Azula? How
Yeah.
did that go?
Well, you know. she
Right.
threw
She's going to
some,
set.
she
Go
threw,
ahead.
she threw some punches at me. I threw some punches at her. It was kind of a. And no, she kind of overwhelmed me. But you know.
If you know, you
Toph
know.
goes, and
Ha. So you know Avatar State?
Toph grins a little bit and goes, yeah, boy, do I.
Yeah, I'm not sure how she feels about me right now.
Toph's gonna reply, "Oh, well. Hope you handed it to her then."
Handed.
But
Well, I don't know. I mean, I consider maybe she won, but it was kind of as soon as that happened, we had to stop that.
Uh-huh. Well, whatever you say.
I don't know. Morty, who do you think won?
Morty says, "Well, probably go with me for being able to witness it."
Aw.
He's like, "What? It was really cool to watch." I would call myself a winner in that scenario.
Well, I'm glad you appreciated the view.
it's not the only
Morty
view he
says, "I
appreciates.
always appreciate the view."
Alex is going to blush and continue to play with her dirt.
Okay.
Are y'all trying to knock each other out, though? Curious.
Mm-mm. We're blocking, and occasionally Nemi tries to use the move that she's been practicing. Occasionally it works, and occasionally it doesn't.
Alpha, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
Okay, so that bag that is currently acting as the bedroom right now.
Yes.
I realize that whenever you open it and close it, you go in and there's like, what, an 8-hour time skip between an hour?
I do believe that's what that specific bag was at the time, yes.
I was going to ask, is it like active while the bag is considered open, which is what I would consider having a portal into the bag be like?
Say that again?
Okay. Is the time passage active while the bag has a portal opening into the bag?
So, if no one's in there, but the portal is there, does time move 8 hours faster inside of the bag just because the portal is there?
Yes. Well, no,
If no one is in there, time... well...
I guess what I'm trying to ask is time constantly 8 hours skipping, no matter whether it is somebody's in there or not, because the bag is technically considered open since there's a portal that leads into it, into our realm.
Yeah...
I think I overcomplicated the situation.
You did, but it's not bad to bring it up because it's probably relatively important in the long run, so...
Because, like, if we go to long rest, technically Morty and Alex would only have an hour or two long rest because they'd be in the time skip. But if it's turned off while that's going on, then we could all actively get up at the same time. Or
Are we talking
roughly
about-
around the same time.
Are we talking about time dilation and portals?
Yes.
We're talking about the situation that Alex caused.
With
Yeah.
the portal gun and the baggie she has.
Oh wait,
I
were you
know.
here for that?
Yes,
I'm
I
here.
was.
Okay.
I was sitting here very quietly. Well, everything went down. Because at night I was out
I mean,
of it.
in all honesty, it's however you want to see it working. It doesn't matter to me.
I'm gonna be honest. At the time, I definitely spaced the whole 8-hour to 1-hour time dilation. So I did that in the moment, and now it's biting me in the ass. Because it's being brought up like, you know,
As a mechanic.
22, 23 episodes later.
Jesus Christ.
Just remember,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Google remembers a lot of shit. That's why Song worships Guppy now. It was a throwaway joke.
Okay,
Yeah.
Alpha?
What am I looking at?
Nat
Dice
20.
rolls. Not 20.
Nice. Good damn it.
The nose kid's getting his ass handed to him. At least in that moment.
Inosuke drops to a knee from the taking both swords, blocking the guillotine with a guillotine comes swinging down overhead, straight down on top of Inosuke. Inosuke blocks it with the two swords crossing each other and just drops to a fucking knee from the sheer strength of the force of the hit.
Like that.
Better be
that
careful, he
was-
might get serious.
That was like one of the like a second move that she was working on, but that one wasn't really fine tuned out yet. So at that point, like she Nemi never experienced that kind of power, so she's just kind of huffing a little bit and kind of just she asked Inosuke if he wants to get some water. Because by that time, we've been like, what? Maybe 30 minutes of training? Maybe more?
I don't know, the DM's quite quiet today. Are you playing your PC game?
I've been focused on. No, I've been focused on. No, I'm not gonna play PC game while I DM. That would just be awful. Do it while I'm playing, but not while I'm DMing. I've been trying to make this book right, and I've just been staring at it, and then someone says something, and then I pay attention to that, and then I stop with the book, and then I come back to it, and that's been like the past 10 minutes. Alright, well. It can be adjusted, but for the moment, we'll go with that. And as for the time dilation with the room, I say that if that is what you guys are now using as your room, which, yeah, you are, you do only have to spend 1 hour in there. And as long as the portal is open, the 8 hours will remain active.
Jesus, okay. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm sorry for overcomplicating it. I just wanted a fancy room because Toph showed me up, so I was showing her up.
I don't think Toph knows about it, but you know.
Yet.
Also, I don't think Toph would be very impressed seeing your portal.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful shade of colors.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that, Oni.
No, I'm just putting it out there to,
Yeah. Yeah. And ability checks. Okay. Let's-
Does not affect saving throws. Because that would be broken.
Would be pretty broken.
Yeah, it's just like, haha, you need to make a save. You need to make a saving throw to get rid of the poison. By the way, you have disadvantage with saving throws because you're poisoned.
Yeah, that would be a low OP.
Yeah, a little bit.
Alright, so has anyone not been doing stuff? Everyone is doing their own individual things right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can time skip to the next day, or we can time skip a bunch of days, or wasn't Myris gonna talk to the group about the whole group about something that
He was waiting for Morty and Alex to sober up.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, yeah. It's fair. Yeah, well, I think you guys took the drugs sometime in the morning or very early afternoon, so you got till tomorrow.
To be completely honest, I don't remember what Myris was going to talk to the group about.
But
I was pretty sure there was something about the blacksmith.
Oh, shit, I don't know.
Probably prices.
True.
There's probably
Oh,
definitely about
that's right.
the money.
There was
Yeah, it was just regarding like your money and such because he didn't want to give you all the money when you were high, but since it was a different kind of high, then he was fine with it.
Oh yeah, we're functioning. We're functioning pretty
oh yeah,
well.
you can function pretty damn well right now. If anything, you can function better than normal because you were just more in tune with the universe in a literal sense.
It's like, oh my G
With
is open.
the literal universe that Rick created, you are more in tune with it. So.
Ooh. And I definitely feel like this.
What? Yes.
Alright. Whenever Toph is done training Alex, there is something I want to do.
Okay.
So, how's everybody else's training going? Tutelage.
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Tootlage.
Yeah, tutelage.
Tutelage.
Yeah,
Tutelage.
Tootlage.
yeah. I've been learning under Roy's tutelage.
Mm. Can't imagine
making
Myers
fun
being
of time now.
country.
Oh god, I am so happy you're not.
I was half
like
a second,
country.
like, honestly, when I came up with this accent, I was half a, like, it was a 50-50 shot between French and country.
I'm
Matt-
so happy you chose French.
I
It's
wanted,
hard to understand. I fucking hate country accents.
I wanted Fuse to
Oh,
say
it's
country
time
because
to
I
be
could
more
slip into it very
pronounced as
easily,
country
but
accent.
Matt refused.
Country accents just sound wrong to my ears. They just.
You haven't
disagree
noticed that
with the way
Thai
they
is
sound.
country this entire time?
I have, and it's not that heavy or thick of an accent. It's pretty light, so it doesn't bother me that much. But like, you do a thick, heavy French accent, and it is difficult to understand what the fuck you're saying sometimes. But I'm sure that if you did a country accent, it would also be a thick and heavy country accent, and I would hate it.
Yeah, you would not like my my Dragonborn Artificer in a different game because they have a very heavy country accent.
Of course they do.
Uh-huh.
So, Roy is going to continue training you. He's gonna say that for all that he thinks he might be able to teach you, it might take maybe a few days to a week. Maybe a week and a half, but probably like, I don't know, anywhere between 6 to 9 days.
Really? 6 to 9?
Yes. And that's coming from Roy.
I'd like to make an insight check to see if he's just trying to get more money.
Oh, by all means, go ahead.
I think Roy is just lonely.
No, it's definitely gonna take that long.
Man, 6 to 9 days. Full on 6 to 9 days, 100%. You were dead positive that this man is teaching you his ways, and it will take anywhere in between 6 days to 9 days to explain all the things about teaching you A, fabricate, and B, elemental change through different types of elemental spells being used.
Sounds good.
So, and to attempt to, he would like to also take like a day of just finding you a pair of gloves, taking your current pair of gloves, and making you your own transmutation circles on the gloves so that you can use alchemy on your gloves like he does, so it can be used at a simple, quick, and efficient pace.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah, he'll do good.
Yes, that was a hiccup and a burp mixed, and I don't know why it sounded like that, but okay.
A hick burp.
Yes, I hate them.
Burp.
A hick burp.
It's either it hurts my lungs or it comes out like that.
But yeah, but so when he says that it'll take 6 to 9 days, Myers is just like, alright, and we'll go ahead and basically kind of prepay for the next day. So I assume it's like the price is 100 gold a day.
By all means, assume that.
Myers has money, and also with the kind of shit that we're getting into, we're probably going to be making money. So, and
By all means, assume that. Up to you.
Yeah, he's gonna assume that it's 100 gold a day, and pays him for the next day.
Okay.
And kind of like that'll be the arrangement, is that he pays him for the next day on the previous day.
He is totally fine with that. And it's probably not going to be like a full day each day. It's going to be like a certain amount of hours per day for the 100 gold, because you did pay him like an extra 100 gold today to continue training after eating up like many hours just doing other stuff.
Yeah, that was Myers like having a scatterbrain, because Myers is
That was also Rick fucking with you at the same time.
Yeah, a little bit.
That was a mixture. That was you know, that was both.
Oh, it was not lost. It was not. It was not lost on Myers.
Okay.
Like that everything happened
will...
at the same time.
Yeah. Well, he will happily accept another 100 gold for the next day's training.
Sound good?
So, I changed my mind. I don't want Alex to do this just yet. She's not high enough level. I think I'd actually end up in danger, so I'm not gonna do that just yet.
Oh,
I'm in danger.
I'm good. I don't have... Listen, Avatar State's down. I'm pretty sure my Tides of Chaos is down. I'm... got the laser beams. I think I'm good for right now.
You don't know what happens if your glasses come off.
He said, "Look out for,
Wait,
or
you
don't
might.
mind the lasers."
You might know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
you
think
said
that was it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Other people don't know.
Yeah, no. You're right.
You and Morty know. That's about it. So
Here's the thing: could Nami deflect the laser with her big ass sword? That is the
What's
question.
your sword made out
I'm
of?
gonna be honest. They would probably melt a hole through your sword.
So, who wants to be at least a little, who wants to get a little bit bloody?
Do you really want a laser beam thrown at
That-
you? I mean, I
that
can
would work.
help you out with this if you want it, but
No, I'm just saying who would honestly get a little bit bloody. Just help out my sword.
Morty would be willing to do that for his pet.
Just constantly going back and forth between healing and non-healing.
Morty would totally take a few hits to heal your sword with his blood.
Oh.
Morty is a tanky boy.
Is that what your sword does? Repairs when it gets blood on it?
Yeah, if I strike somebody and the blood gets on the blade, then it mends it. Right?
Yes, essentially.
wait. Does it say you
I don't know
have to
if
strike
mending
somebody, or does it
specifically.
just say is it is blood on it?
I don't believe so. I believe it's just
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I thought of some cool shit now.
I believe it might just be if blood gets on it, blood on the sword will repair the sword. I can double check, but
Let me look.
Says this oversized blade is able to heal any damage it may take from the blood of those it slices through. Okay.
oh, okay.
That's how you told me to write it.
That's fair. That's fair. Because
True.
fair.
True.
I was thinking of some pretty OP shit there because Morty still has the dragon blood.
It does.
Alex still
Alright,
has a cup
well.
of blood.
Yeah.
What was
doesn't
Myra's gonna
Rick-
do with the blood? Because I don't even know. I didn't even know what to do with it right off the bat.
Doesn't Rick have like a whole
Use that as
fucking
lube.
What did you say, asinine?
Doesn't Rick have the whole fucking like dragon's worth of blood? Or Morty?
All
One of the
except
two?
for one cup.
Morty does.
Well,
Yeah,
one
Morty
cup
still
and
has that
whatever.
in the device. Like, I think you guys said you wanted it, so Morty was like, "I got you guys."
So I'm assuming at this
Just
point
collected
Morty
all of
knows
it.
why Alex wanted it now.
Morty could, with like almost a 30 in wisdom, logically make that assumption.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, my headset was cutting in and out for the past minute. What's going on with the dragon blood?
Oh, you're using it as lube, right?
No.
What?
Oh, we thought that's what you said.
Ty
Wait.
wants to boil it down and see if he can make anything out of it.
Just fucking with you, Oni.
Okay, you guys are assholes. We also got a bunch of the scales from that, right? Like, didn't we almost skin
And I
the
have
entire
two.
dragon?
Wait, yeah, you guys definitely still have that.
Oh shit, we've got money for days.
Yeah, we do.
Fuck yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Because Mars isn't quite
Or
powerful
The
enough.
armor.
It ties it up at the shop.
Yeah, Myrus isn't powerful enough to do it himself yet. However, he might
think I know
have
somebody
connections. Yeah, he might have connections.
I mean, I'm literally gonna
Oh
fucking.
boy.
I'm gonna roll an intelligence check to see if Ty remembers that fucking. Yeah, I think I know that Ty has the fucking
Yeah,
scales.
yeah, you do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so after I'm done reading and you do whatever stuff with other people, I'll come bang on Myers' door.
Which, by the way, is who has the scales? Did we put that in Myrus's bag of holding, or?
I believe we did.
Okay, so I never wrote it down because it was never specified that Myrus held on to them. So I'm just putting one Was it a young or
Young blue dragon.
young? Thank you. One
Yep.
young blue dragon's worth of scales.
The entire thing.
Yeah, that's
Not a
what.
scale was missed.
Ty also has a fucking dragon's tooth. And Nemi's got horns, right?
Yes, I have the dragon's horns.
Would you like me to make something out of your dragon's horns?
I don't know you
Yes,
name.
the lizard folk.
I'm gonna be spending all summer, in game with the blacksmith, and maybe if Ty does good, I'll go hang out with Rick for a bit. So
Isn't that a
Maybe.
specialty of the lizard people, though? Is they can actually
Yeah, cutting
Armor
boards
and weapons.
then-
Mundane.
Beasts.
Mundane items.
Yeah,
Not,
like,
not magical.
Really. Yeah. No, to really the
Did Myra see the hole in the floor in the piano room yet?
I'm gonna say that Myrus, did his bullshit teleport through the house, so no.
Alright.
why is there a hole in the goddamn
Well,
piano
you'll find
room?
it eventually.
Toph.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Toph.
Alex did a really cool jump off the balcony, and Toph's like, "I'm gonna do it too," but she ripped a hole through the floor to make a pillar so she could land softly.
In my defense, I definitely thought it was outside.
Yeah.
But I just kind of kept it because fucking YOLO.
It's Toph. She would totally do it.
He would. He would. So that's why I just was like, it just happened.
Myris is gonna love that. To be fair, he's in a house with 2 earthbenders now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And a bomb maker.
One of them who doesn't wear shoes.
Ew.
That would be tough.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing fancy boots. They allow me to jump off of shit like I did. Alright, once Alex is done with her training, she's gonna go back inside and go, I guess, to the kitchen and eat food.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that since the mansion was offered up to you guys, the Fire Lord went ahead and took care of stocking up a pantry, and probably a fridge. A big fridge,
Yeah, better be a big fridge.
because there is electricity in this house.
So by the way, just quick thing. Roy is left for the day, right?
If we are moving on past stuff, then yes.
As soon as Roy leaves, Myrus, because he remembered this during his training, because I forget things like my mind, because my brain is leaky as a sieve, Myrus starts searching throughout the house for, there was hinted that there might be a library in the house.
Okay, where are you going to start searching from?
Like a thorough search pattern starting on the left side, downstairs, and moving to the right, and then I'll start upstairs. And if it's inside someone's room, then I'll send Andromeda just to look. Because
Did
when
you
it
go
comes
to
to
the piano room?
what?
I was about to ask that.
Yeah, did you head
well,
through the piano?
That's why I was trying to figure that out.
One sec. I need to okay.
I need to find my...
notes. There it is. Okay, here is the... Out of curiosity, is the piano room, what's it called? Well, yeah, I'm starting on the left side of the house, so I'm not going through the piano room yet.
So are you like teleporting back through 17 and 18 and then walking into the one of the doors? Or wait, that's upstairs, isn't that?
What rooms
Yeah,
you're
so-
taking?
Wait, yeah, that's yeah.
Myris would he'd first actually since we're in the backyard, he would immediately teleport into 3. Top left of the downstairs.
Oh, okay. So you just teleport straight into the library.
Oh, honestly, I didn't even look at the key. Yeah,
Right, well,
Myris just
starting on the left, on the ground floor, you teleport into the library.
yeah,
Good job, champ.
okay. Myris just like yeah, if anybody else is out in the backyard, they just see Myris like start walking toward the house where there's not a door, and then a portal just, and then a few seconds later.
I greatly appreciate the noise you make when you teleport.
Thank you.
Greatly appreciate your descriptions of you casting magic.
And yeah, Myris is gonna go through the library with a fine-tooth comb for pretty much the rest of the night.
Mm. Well, tell you what. Tell me what you're looking for, and roll a d100.
Okay, so Myris is specifically looking for let's see, specifically books about learning how to enchant magic items.
Ooh, okay.
Like like craft them himself, and possibly the necessary ingredients. Yeah, those are the main two, and then if there's time afterward, one that could possibly increases that, or make him a bit better at canceling magic with spells like counterspell and dispel magic.
Sorry, say that last part again?
Something that might increase his potency at canceling other spells and magic with counterspell and dispel magic.
Yeah. Okay.
So you said roll a d100?
Yes.
Just one, or?
Yes.
$93.
Fuck you.
As it was rolling, I'm just like, okay, well, let's see what this, and and the 10-1 landed on 90, and I'm just like, oh, he's gonna hate me no matter what the other one is.
Again, our wizard in our other campaign set our home library on fire. So I'm already liking the fact that this one's putting it to good use. Although I'm not saying Barry wasn't, but Barry, why you burn our library?
I'll be honest, I would have done the exact same thing in Vary's shoes. If I was playing Vary and that was the scenario that happened to me, I would have lit the library on fire to spite the bird. I full on would have done it. So
I knew she was gonna do it.
Yeah.
Alex is attempting to cook.
Morty is going to offer you advice and say that you can cook with him if you would like. You can be his sous chef.
Fine.
I mean, if that's your reaction, Morty says, well, you can cook if you want to. If you want to take charge, I can be your sous chef.
Pretty sure you're a better cook than me. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
To be fair, if Alex cooks, that gift that I just posted is probably gonna be what happens.
Yeah. Okay.
Morty, what's for dinner? I love that. That's poetry. I want a poetry channel now. I would seriously just sit in there and read and post. Oh, did Nimi not get a room?
No.
Six.
I don't know. I asked
16
Morty, he didn't say anything.
16 is Myra's room.
It is?
I
Okay.
do
Ty's
believe,
got-
I was gonna say we should have put down where everyone was in notes.
I believe they did.
Good. I
Alex
see
and
it, I see
Morty
it.
are in the servant. Is it servant? Room or quarters? Servant.
7, 14, 21,
I think
13,
I'm in-
16.
I believe
Okay.
25, right?
Yeah.
So servant quarters.
Yeah. I mean, feel free to take a room and just remodel it.
Then that means we'll take 13.
13. Toff beat us all to it.
I son of a bitch. How many people are gonna be fucking living in this house besides the fucking person that's...
Listen, I understand. I've got. There's 2 people in this room, and the 2 biggest rooms were taken, and it's like, what the hell? So.
Yeah, but, hey, Top called first dibs, Myra's called second.
It's alright.
I
think Alex got best room.
rooms.
I think you got best room only in the sense that you pulled something fucking wild out of your hat. Like, I love it, but like, damn.
I'm sorry, I'm typing. Morty says, how you feel about tacos? Either. Morty says, if you're asking if it's soft or hard, then wouldn't you have a preference? Morty seems confused. He says, alright, well, I guess we'll have some of each. we can make churros as well.
Bro, Mexican street food? Churros?
Morty says, we
Wow,
can have both.
Nikolai, why are you so mean? Nico doesn't have to have any fucking churros if he doesn't want any goddamn churros. Alright, what is up, everyone?
Has Ty finished reading?
You can pause reading, eat dinner, and then read for another maybe hour or hour and a half to 2 hours, and you should be done reading.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a pause and come join the fam, so to speak.
Alex is gonna go, Ty, do you want some churros?
You know, I'm not super hungry, but I will always demolish some fucking churros.
Yeah, see, he gets it.
Which room is this in?
This is in
Kitchen.
the kitchen.
Ty's, I guess,
okay.
followed his nose
Is there
down.
not a dining room?
There is 10.
Well, y'all are cooking, so.
That is
Yeah,
fair.
I think cooking is still happening. So 9 is kitchen storage. What the fuck is dining? Is that 10? Dining room, yes.
Now, out of curiosity, in the piano room where Todd did the thing, like, is that open
Uh-huh.
to the front hallway, or are there doors?
I'm gonna go with there are doors.
Okay,
There's
cool.
a wall and there are doors. So if you don't go in the piano room, you're not seeing the hole in the floor.
Yeah, so Myra's,
Which is why Nikolai did not see the hole, because there are walls
Cool.
and doors.
my, Myra's, like, kind of, sniffs the air. Huh, smells like the uses are cooking. And, takes whatever the books that he's found and, starts heading to that other side of the house without looking in the piano room.
Sorry, what? I was reading.
Myers takes the books that he's found and puts them in his bag of holding and starts moving toward the other side of the house, but doesn't look in the piano room because there's no reason
okay,
to.
but doesn't look in there. I thought you said you did. I was like, oh, well.
No,
No. Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
he has no reason to.
Nah, you don't. There's just no reason to.
Yeah. So Myers walks in. Might I ask what are you having for dinner?
Morty pipes up.
Tacos.
Soft and hard tacos and churros.
Interesting. Sounds absolutely wonderful. Alex.
Hi. I mean, yes. Last time I said hi, something funny happened.
Myers just kinda chuckles a bit, and then where did you learn?
My controller died.
Wait, what?
I heard you playing the piano earlier when much earlier when we were singing. If I might ask, where did you learn to play the piano?
Oh, well, actually, that's funny. In the overworld, my dad made me take piano lessons. He was very strict about it.
What is this overworld that you speak of? Is it another plane of existence?
How do you not know of the overworld?
That note, you can make an intelligence check with triple disadvantage.
Me?
No, Myris.
Ah.
Okay, so I'll
just
so
roll-
I'll just roll this. Yeah, I'll just roll with disadvantage once, and then roll one more normally.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
13.
Ah,
Probably not.
nah. From the fact that it's like from over 100 years ago. Nah.
Yeah.
You're not sure. You're
I
not sure what you're
understand
talking
that.
about.
I don't understand what this is that you speak of.
Oh. So, wait. Myris, like, were you in the same school that we were? I am very confused because, like, it's only been, what, a few months? I mean, how could you not understand?
A few months for what?
Since this, she holds out her arms.
Marius looks over to Morty. Is this because she's high?
Morty says, no. I could try to jog your memory, but I mean, might be kind of a weird trip for a moment. You'd flash through a lot of memories, like pretty pretty stressful, anxiety-inducing, kind of like a panic attack, but you calm down almost
Worse.
immediately. But you could get some memories.
Uh-huh. So what I'm guessing from this is that I'm traveling with a party of crazy people.
You can make an insight
No.
check to see if Morty's like bullshitting right now.
Since me.
Of course, this is the one time that I
Ooh.
roll really fucking well
Yeah,
on my
so
insight.
Morty's being super sincere and honest that like he could do something, you don't know what, that might be a little anxiety inducing, might give you a panic attack, but once that anxiety is gone, you'll be totally fine, like it never happened. But it definitely is something that involves your memories as you have walked this planet for for about 100 plus years, and so you might not remember everything throughout
Yeah, but-
that time.
My just goes, with all due respect, no one is touching my memories.
Where it says, have it your way.
My memories are just fine. I remember all of my time back from very, very far away and very much long ago.
Morty
How long ago?
Morty responds with, hearing that, Morty responds with, well, if you don't know what Alex is talking about, you clearly don't remember everything, bud.
With all due respect, I do. And
Morty's just
thank you,
no,
but
you don't.
I am not getting into a childish back and forth with you.
So suit yourself, but I'ma cherish the I told you so in the future. Just remember that.
Uh huh. Just as I shall cherish mine.
Well, I'm sorry to bring up a touchy subject, but that's where I learned. My dad taught me.
Okay, so I'm still unfamiliar with this. What was it? Another plane of existence, or was it what was the overworld? Some sort of the name of a school, or different kingdom?
I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but you know Kami-sama, right?
Actually, Myris has not really paid attention to the fact that you call Rick Kami-sama, and so he just goes, yeah, and so he just goes, oh.
Oh. I don't know. You know what? It's all okay as long as you're happy and you're. She looks you up and down. Slight ignorance of this. It's all good.
I'm not ignorant
She's
of
gonna
anything,
go.
but
She's gonna go back
But
to
feel-
helping
but
Morty
feel
cook.
free. yeah, I am not ignorant of anything, but feel free to believe so. And he just walks away.
Alex is gonna go. He's weird.
Morty's just gonna keep making food and be like, yeah. And Morty stares you in the eyes and just goes, I'm really gonna enjoy that I told you so.
Making me question my reality here.
Morty says, well, you know, reality's about perspective.
That's fair.
Yeah. Right now, our reality is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is. High five.
High five back.
You high five your fiance. LOL.
It's not like they started dating and then decided to get married. It's like they were acquaintances
Correction,
and then
correction.
friends.
Rick decided that they'd
then-
get married.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely not like a forced marriage by a parent or anything like that.
What? Arranged marriages? Nah.
Yeah, totally not arranged marriage.
Are the tacos ready? Because if they're not, Alex is gonna have a reaction to Nico.
I mean,
It's just tacos. It shouldn't take that long.
long as
But
the Nikolai
Nico did piss her off.
to his office. Yada yada. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Morty's a fast cook. Yeah.
All right. Then
There's
Alex
an
will not
assistant,
throw
so.
utensils at Niku. She's just gonna give you the bitch stare, but you can't really see because she's wearing glasses.
So yeah. Okay. So Morty is going to notice.
You could
this
come sit
and
at the
goes,
dinner table with
"Soft
the rest of
tacos.
us.
Got it.
At this point in time, Inosuke and Nemi walk inside.
Are you literally making a note of that?
Oh dear
'Cause
God.
Morty was like tacos, and then Nikolai asked a question: soft or hard tacos? And then he's like, well, I don't know. Which would you prefer? Or it could be either. And,
Oh,
uh,
there goes this thing.
the response to that was like, oh, cool, tacos. After asking which kind of tacos. So that really
it.
confused Morty.
Okay, to be fair,
So Morty is going to specifically make a note that Nikolai likes soft tacos over hard tacos for the future.
yeah. Hello.
Because that moment confused him.
Oh dear.
Magic the Gathering, pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
Another
also,
time.
Alpha. Sorry.
Oh.
That's pretty interesting because it should have actually just made you stay in this one party alone. So that is pretty weird. Yes. Alpha, did you see what I said in notes?
Yes. Or in notes?
Yes.
24 breaks down the wall.
Because those are two, technically those are 2 quarters. So,
Okay.
Was it a load-bearing wall?
It's an excellent question. That could have dire results. Let's find out.
shit nuggets.
Yes, yes it was. I mean, you can like... Yeah, so...
Nimmy now has a skylight.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So...
Thank God I'm an artisan.
I'm gonna say this was back when... Well, I mean, when did you initially do this? At what point did you do this? Because you picked your room a little late after everyone else.
Yeah, because
So
everyone
when-
decided to choose the biggest rooms, and I just want a room that has a bathroom so I don't have to walk out into the fucking hallway.
So at what point in the story are you breaking down the wall?
I don't fucking know, to be fair. My brain is like trying to remember shit.
Alright, well,
It could be after dinner.
it'd be after dinner if you would like. Just gotta figure out when, because
Again.
it's gonna happen.
Don't worry, Fox. It'll be funny. Come on.
No, it's not.
It will be funny. It'll be
Nemi's
fucking
gonna
hilarious
yes,
because
it
then
is.
Myrus has to presto it.
I'm not sure I can presto a ceiling.
You can
Oh,
try.
you can.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, it's
That-
gonna be after dinner. After dinner.
Alright.
She's gonna use her guillotine plane to do it.
Love it.
Sometimes you just gotta embrace your fuck ups, okay?
Or the dice, you know, just say, fuck you. You're gonna try and have a skylight. Then nobody's gonna have to fix it. Manually.
So Alex takes a seat at the dining room table. Nom nom.
As does Nemi.
But she makes a double-decker taco.
With all the meat.
No. She eats other things besides meat. Even lizards needs vegetables too.
Why are we all typing? We could literally just be talking. Makes the story move faster.
That's just how Shadow likes to do it now.
So Morty gonna respond to Ty. Of course there's guac. We're not crazy people around here. I mean we are, but of course there's guac.
Savages.
Yes. Yes, Nemi. Good. Good. You're not savages.
Nico, take a seat. You can eat with us. You're part of the group. Maybe enjoy some of these freaking churros, and I will. She throws you a couple.
I can see her just start. No, you should make it. You should just see if it lands right in her noggin.
Alex is
Noggin.
upset. He's not a mouse,
Oh.
he's a rat, and he's on a diet.
He is on a diet. Speaking of diet.
Okay, now Toph knows that there's Clovis.
Oh boy. I don't know.
Fred's in a
Ty,
bag.
where is Fred?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ty suddenly remembers
Yeah.
his companion and he he books it to the fortress.
Nah, Fred could have just been with you. It's fine.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yes.
would Toph have realized that Fred isn't human?
Ooh, yeah, she would have had a disguise. Isn't gonna like. That's like an illusion, not like a physical change. So, So I'm gonna say, nah, because he wasn't at the volcano. But I'm gonna say Toph has yet to meet Fred, but
Maybe
Toph is-
Fire Lord Ozai sent him to our house and the doorbell rings. There you go.
Sure, why not? Doorbell rings during dinner.
There's that ringing again, Morty. You hear it?
Morty sighs and goes, Alex, it's the fucking doorbell.
It's like, oh.
Morty is going to burst out into laughter at how silly you are.
Nemi goes to answer the door.
By the way, at some point during this, Myers himself doesn't, like, actually, I'm kind of retconning what I typed, but Myers himself doesn't actually leave the library. Instead, I assume that all the ingredients for the tacos and everything, are they in the kitchen or or the dining room?
Kitchen.
So instead, anybody in the kitchen would just see an invisible force start picking up a plate and putting together three soft tacos as Myris and cast unseen serpent.
I like it.
And just puts together the three, puts on a bit of hot sauce and then just takes them and starts carrying them across the house.
As if anyone was in the kitchen at that time.
No, but Nemi was going to get the door.
No skip, that's
Savage.
great.
Fucking savage. Alright, Inosuke, you answer the door, and all of a sudden you see Fred. As Fred had...
Skeleton.
This is going to make a big difference on the Fire Lord's opinion of you guys and Fred, as he had a very difficult time talking at Fred and trying to understand charades with Fred in why he was not with his group and the fact that he did not know how to get to his group, and then trying to explain the directions of how to get to the mansion. Fred is not a very smart or wise being.
She
Fred
just
understands
kind of
basic things.
moves. Demi moves to the side and just says, just head inside, please.
Fred waves at you and then heads inside. Is Fred coming
Yeah,
into the house? Because
he was at the door.
take it back. Fred was definitely just left at the fortress. So yeah, nah. This is the front door. Okay. So Toph is going to, first of all, be like, so what the hell is that creature? And Toph is probably talking about Clovis, as Clovis was summoned to eat churros off the floor.
Oh, yes.
So what is that?
Well, he's our friend.
Friend? Oh, he your friend? Hmm. And Toph looks at Alex and says, so we shouldn't kill it.
No, he's harmless. Look. Hey, Clovis, you want a cookie? I hand him a cookie out of my bag.
I just like that you said, here, look to Toph.
I'm assuming she could feel Clovis making his way over to Alex.
Yes. Yes, she can.
And I was like, there, see? And I was like, oh, wait. I mean, I didn't mean, you, well.
Toph is gonna look
I'm
at you
gonna
with, like,
shut
resting bitch face.
I'm gonna just eat a taco.
Just awkwardness. Okay, so,
Now Fred's coming in, huh?
yeah, so now Fred walking into, I'm assuming Fred is just following Nemi into the dining room. And so Toph is going to say now, alright, so now who the hell is this? What kind of group you got going here? Is that a skeleton? Fred points at you and, like, using the hat of disguise, you can see his facial expression is just, like, very upset, and then he crosses his arms and he turns his head away. Not
Out of
looking at you.
curiosity, does he do the owl thing where his body is still facing us, but his head is just backwards?
He does not, but that would have been fun.
Nemi,
Oh, I thought he
Nemi
was
is
in your
walking
room.
behind Fred.
Up Toph would have like grabbed Toph's shoulder because I'm assuming since we haven't answered her, she's already getting up.
She is indeed like, oh, what, there's a skeleton in the house. What's going on? Like, hello?
He's another friend. Well, I mean, I
Tacos.
didn't. Well,
So
I
what?
mean,
Do you guys just tame monsters? Like, what the hell?
Fred just decided to join us. Clovis, on the other hand, well, I mean, it wasn't a friendly group up, but I think he's grown to like us, right, Clovis? Give him another cookie.
Toph is going to sit back down because she was standing up, being like, yo, the fuck is this shit? She's gonna sit back down, put her hands together, interlace her fingers, and just kind of sit there and think for a moment. And you guys can talk while she's just silent if you want to. But she's just gonna sit there and think for a minute.
When we first started, and well, before we brought Z home, we did this really big dungeon, and there were a lot of monsters in it, and well, that's how we came to know our two friends here. But we realized that not everybody's gonna accept our friends, so Fred is in disguise, and Clovis doesn't come out unless, like, we're as a group together. Sorry, we
Doesn't
should have told
come
you
out. What do
beforehand.
you mean by that?
Oh god, now there's an mini dragon at the table.
God damn it. Well, I mean, there's these things called Pokeballs, and you could put a creature in it to just chill, be suspended in time, I guess. I'm not quite sure. And then she's like, Alex is just gonna stop and be like, is there actually a world in the
Toph
Pokeball, or
is
is
gonna
it just
start
like crap?
laughing and goes, I know what a Pokeball is, Twinkle Toes.
Okay.
I'm messing with you.
Alright, thank
But
you.
still, that is... Huh. Well...
Wait, I've got a Pokeball, and you'd actually enjoy what I've got. I get up
Oh, really?
and I walk towards the piano
Oh,
room, and I
no.
throw my Ultra Ball.
Toph follows you. And Toph is going to, with her little stompy stomp on the ground, just get a full spec of what you summon, and is then going to run up and hug it.
Yay!
Going, oh my god, that's awesome. Can't believe you have
This
a
is
badger mole.
Cookie. Yes! This is my animal guide.
Toph says, hello, Cookie. You're so sweet, aren't you? And just starts, like, rubbing his head back and forth.
I like that we just ignored Sparrow.
At this point, Toph is just like, you know, whatever.
A weird group of people.
Like, well, you summon a monster, and then another monster walks through the door, and then and then a third one just shows up. So at this point, Toph's like, they probably just have like a bunch of companions, so I'm just not gonna question it. And then you brought up that you have something in a Pokeball, so Toph was like, all right, well if the Avatar has like a friend, I really want to see who that is.
So, as Toph is cuddling Cookie, Alex is going to go get some tacos to give to Cookie.
Okay.
Here you go,
Cookie might have
Cookie.
quite the appetite.
Ah, okay. Well, let's see if Fred accepts your apology after some time of trying.
Great, I'm gonna go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
No. As a matter of fact, Fred does not accept your apology. He is pretty upset with you guys that you like saved him and you guys became friends and like you traveled together and you defeated monsters and you traveled the freaking sea, which he didn't even know there was a sea. He just lived in a dark dungeon for his whole life. You went out to this vast new world and then you guys just left him sitting alone in a room and just forgot about him, and he's pretty upset. He's not mad, he is upset.
He's not mad, he's just disappointed.
He is very disappointed. Disappointed and upset. Mainly upset. He's like, thought we were great friends, and you just left me behind.
Wait, you're gonna give him what crystal? Myers is good. Wait, are you, who are you asking? Nikolai, if I remember right, holds on to the group stuff, but,
Huh. Grizz just invited me to a party. Wonder what he wants.
I mean,
I feel like that's
no,
an Oni statement, not a Myra
that's,
statement.
that's an Oni statement. Myers has no fucking idea that this is happening. Yes, and do you know how valuable they are? Very! We don't know, but you can possibly resurrect the monster.
I mean, you could probably just try to earn his acceptance again without feeding him.
Entirely possible.
You could also speak to Myers, who seems to have, or who you might remember did not give up all of his lower level crystals. Up to you.
Crystal does he need?
He only needs a,
Out of game, he's at 3 out of 6.
yeah, he only needs a 3 to progress.
7.
F4?
Meyer-
Alex has 4 level 3 crystals.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, maybe... I don't know. Alex, I'm pretty sure you hear Ty going on this very long rant and explanation about how he's very sorry that he left Fred behind, and Fred is just not having it right now. Oh wait, no. You went to the well. Yeah, no, you went to
I'm
the
in the
piano
piano
room.
room.
That's right. No, fair enough.
Oh god.
Yeah, so Toph and Alex in the piano room. Only people in there. Notice that giant hole.
The two people who don't care about it.
Yeah.
Morty might have some objections to it.
I don't know if Morty's in there. I think he's still eating tacos. Okay, you can make a perception. Listening perception. And Andromeda gets advantage on sight.
Yeah,
Perception,
only
right?
sight.
Yeah. Okay.
Eh, 10.
Mm.
She's going to listen at the door because she can't open the door.
You hear very mumbled voices coming from what seems to be like the piano room.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That was she went to listen like at the dining room door because she got bored.
Oh. Okay. I know she left the library.
Yeah, she goes to listen at the kitchen because she's just bored.
Oh. You hear
Myers is
mumbling,
reading and
little bits and pieces. You hear Ty say sorry like once or twice. Because Ty says it many times over the course of a duration because Fred is not having it.
Yeah, so Andromeda just pats at the door.
I guess everyone can make a perception check. You're all talking and eating, so. Yeah. Morty is not paying attention. Just see if you hear a pecking at the door.
Morty's just stuffing his face.
Yeah.
That's
He
what
just
he's doing.
realized his wife who's not in the room.
Morty did. Yeah. He's gonna be like, shit, where'd she go? Hope she doesn't burn the house down with laser eyes. Hope she's not fighting Toph right now. Maybe I should go check on her.
Yes.
So, yeah, as a matter of fact, Morty is a little concerned that the glasses might come off, and that's also why he's been like following you around. A partial reason is because he really wants to make sure you don't take the glasses off, because he has had an experience with the glasses being taken off before. So Morty is going to get up and start going to leave the room, and as he's doing that, Nemi and Inosuke, you guys hear some pecking at the door that Morty is walking to. Morty says, huh? There is. Morty like gets into kind of a fighting stance, and then reaches one arm out, turns the handle, opens the door.
Andromeda is sitting on the handle.
Morty
And she just kind of cocks her head at him.
Morty's gonna like not notice her right away because he was expecting someone standing on the other side of the door. He's gonna be like ready to throw a punch. And then he opens the door with one hand. And he looks and he like kind of leans around the
Andromeda
door.
flies to the
looks
table.
Down. It's like, oh,
Andromeda just flies to the table.
okay. Morty is gonna wander off.
Andromeda just kind of like is sitting there, just looks around.
Okay, well, I believe that Andromeda can notice that Ty is in the middle of an apology.
Oh, that's still happening?
I'm gonna go with yes. Because Andromeda was leaving, like, or I don't know, when was Andromeda leaving? Like, earlier on? When
No,
server brought
pretty,
food, or?
yeah, pretty, like, after the unseen servant came back and Andromeda kind of realized that Myris was going to be in there for a while, she headed out.
Yeah, then in that case, yes. The apology would have been, like, part way through by now, and hadn't have been. Because that's why I thought is Andromeda would have left, like, earlier on, not, like, after the apology, so.
Andromeda is used to, like, noticing when Myris is going to be taking a while.
Yeah.
And so, like, about 2 minutes after, after Andromeda enters, the unseen servant, opens the door. So you don't see the unseen servant. You just see, a small note in a cylinder with something inside, as it goes up to Ty.
Asinine.
Asinine. The Myris's unseen servant has come up to you with a piece of paper in a cylinder with something inside. Yeah, pretty much. The unseen servant is unseen, so it's invisible. So it looks like just a floating piece of paper. No. Yeah, like kind of wrapped in a cylinder around something. Yeah. Uh, After you do, you see the door open and then close again.
You could roll to think that, considering how well you know Morty by now. Sure.
Natural one. Natural one.
Ooh. I don't know. It's kind of like a 60-40 chance you might be tripping right now. Like, you're not set on the fact that you're tripping, but you think there might be a likelihood that like you might be tripping right now. Yeah. Last party. Yeah.
Do you unwrap the paper? In inside, like, you see level 3 crystal, and and a note in Myers' handwriting. Uh, if you could keep, and yeah, and it just says, if you could keep Andromeda entertained, it would be appreciated. Her thoughts are quite distracting while I'm trying to read. She's on the table, just kind of staring at various people. Yeah, she looks like a very bored bird. Yeah, not, and I don't know if you heard, but there was a level 3 crystal inside. Okay.
Oh, wow. So, Fred is going to full on take a bribe as an apology and just totally forgive you 100%. Like he was not about the words that you were saying. It was just like words of a sorry person, but like showing an action of like physically doing something for him and like giving him a crystal so that he could become greater himself. He is totally willing to fully forgive you and completely forgive you for leaving him at the fucking palace. And Fred will shove the crystal into his mouth, and he's going to open his mouth because he thinks it's funny that he has a mouth right now, like lips and stuff. So he's gonna do it. Yes. But it's just an illusion. So he's going to like pick up the crystal with his skeleton bony hands that look like your hands. Well, not your hands. Look like human hands. And then he's going to jokingly open his lips, even though he could just, like, not. He's just doing it because he can. And he's going to eat the crystal, and Fred is, in fact, going to level up. Yes. I want to write that down in your notes. That way it can be brought up later, because I might not remember. And he is your pet. So, Oni.
See?
So, for Fred, I was thinking all he basically gets is HP, and he's going to get a second attack.
That's good.
So, Fred now has 2 attacks, and he gets his D8. I think a D8 plus 3 for HP. So.
You want to go ahead and roll that, or
I mean, I can roll it.
tie?
Asinine can roll it. Or you could just take the soft 5.
Die or Pep, what do you think? Sounds good.
I believe his HP goes up to 63 then.
It does.
Well, no, you need to get a 3, because he gets plus 3. You could roll the D8 and try to get an 8. Alright, so yeah. Entertain this bird. Okay. 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 Well,
Yes, mine. Andromeda will literally be entertained by anything that you are doing, as long as it is not just reading a book in silence.
Greater Red Dragon.
Wow!
So, after a little while of Alex and Toph being in the piano room chatting, petting Cookie, watching Cookie eat some tacos or churros, I don't remember, I think tacos. The door is going to open and Morty is going to walk in. Moogle
Alright. Alex waves to Morty.
waves back and he just has this, like, can't really see his eyes, but he has this look of relief. Like, he knows
Does
that
he
the
see
glass.
the hole in the floor?
Let's see if Cookie is blocking the view or not. Yeah, he does. So Morty is gonna reply, what? What happened to the floor?
Alex is just gonna look down. Oh, you know, just, She leans on Cookie, earthbending.
Morty is going to very gently facepalm as he doesn't want to have the glasses go flying off from facepalming too hard. And he's gonna say, can't you two earthbend outside and not inside? Like, please?
Alex points to Toph.
Morty is going to just sigh. Go, Toph, can you from now on, like, just earthbend outside and not earthbend inside?
You're gonna ask her that. Hold up,
Just
Alex
to not
is
like
just gonna.
damage the interior of the house.
Alex is gonna pretend she doesn't hear this conversation. Go to pet Cookie.
So Toph. How's Toph want to respond to that? So Toph is gonna be like, I don't see an issue with earthbending in the house.
Of course she doesn't.
She rolled a d2. She doesn't see an issue with it. She was willing to accept it. She just didn't roll to accept it. So she doesn't see an issue with earthbending in the house. And Morty, gonna reply with just kind of a sigh. And Morty's really not sure what to do about this because he doesn't want to upset your earthbending teacher and or metal bending teacher. So
I'm gonna roll
Morty's
perception to see if I notice he's annoyed.
he is annoyed and unsure of how to proceed. It's kind of hard to tell the looks on his face as you can't see his eyes.
Alex is gonna ask, Do you really mind it that much, Morty?
Morty's gonna say, well, it would just be nice if we didn't have to, like, make consistent repairs to the house or anything. Like, it is
Well, I have an idea.
fairly nice house.
We have multiple people living in this house. Maybe we should ask the group as a whole.
Morty says, I am okay with that. Toph is gonna be like, fine. You guys can keep chilling in there. You could make your way to dining room.
Alex is gonna message somebody, I guess, Alex is gonna message, Nimi in the dining room and then Myris in the living room, or in the library, and say, we have a meeting in the piano room.
Myris replies, I'll be down in a few moments.
And all you hear is like just crunching and munching. Alright.
So, wait, where'd you send the message? To the dining room and to...
One to Nimi and one to Myris.
Oh, okay. Well,
No,
dear.
one's a Nikolai.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm noticing.
I don't know where Nikolai is.
Nope.
He keeps coming and leaving the freaking dining room, and he never told anybody where his room is.
Well, it's up to
I'm
Nemi to
assuming
tell the group.
if you're in the dining room, Nimi should say something, but if she doesn't, then she doesn't.
Nemi tells the group that is in the dining room. I was gonna say, is Alex gonna do the thing with Nikolai, where she just ping pongs everywhere? Or no?
She doesn't know he's not there. That's up to Inosuke, Tai,
Wait,
and
how is it? Did Nikolai
Nemi.
say he went back to the office? Because he was in the dining room whenever he let Clovis out.
I mean, oh, did Nikolai say that? Didn't say he said that. It just said Nikolai walks to his office. So okay, so That is a hard no of telling anyone what you were doing. So, Nemi, Tai, and Anosuke, there's apparently a meeting happening, and none of you know where Nikolai is. They are really good tacos and churros.
Mm-hmm. Tacos actually sound really good right now.
So, are y'all gonna just keep eating, or y'all gonna come in here?
Oh, we're gonna come in there. We're just finishing up our plate. I mean, Nemi's done. Which that was her last taco she was munching on.
You gonna like?
All he just sees 2 tacos in his hands.
About like 2 minutes after you send the message, out of curiosity, is Cookie covering up the hole or like the damage to the floor, or is it in full view?
Let's say, let's go back to this image.
You said Cookie wasn't.
Well, Cookie wasn't for Morty, but I'm gonna say that there are at least, yeah, there are 2 sets of doors. So, I'm gonna go with the hole was the left side of the piano room, because that's where Toph's room was, so it was closer to her. The library is on the left, so that's where the set of left doors are. Morty came in from the right and could see the hole. So I'm going to say Cookie might be to the left and might be blocking the hole. Because if Cookie's not on the right blocking it, the hole to Morty, then Cookie might be on the left. So...
So yes, she's blocking the hole?
I'll roll a d20 just to see. Yes, Cookie is in fact blocking the hole. You do not see the hole.
Okay. So yeah, so as Myers walks in, like he comes in still flipping through a book, and as he walks in, closes the book, puts it in the bag of holding. So what is the meeting that you have called?
Well, there seems to be some thoughts about earthbending in the house.
Why would you earthbend in the house?
Toph pipes up.
Toph's-
Because it's convenient.
I agree.
I am back.
We have an entire courtyard for that.
Well, sometimes you need to get around the house and, just make your own way, right, Toph?
Toph says, duh.
So, we decided since multiple people are living in here, then we should put it up to a group vote of whether or not we should earthbend in the house.
That's okay. I'm gonna roll one thing for Myra.
Okay.
Okay. Myra's getting suspicious. Can Cookie roll a Constitution saving throw?
Oh God, what are you doing, poor Cookie? Hang on.
Wow. That actually saves. So you see, like, the tip of Myers' staff flash slightly, and Cookie starts to float, like, about an inch off the ground, and then...
What?
And Myers, seeing a simpler solution, simply walks around and sees the whole... What in the name of the good gods did you do?
Alex is pointing at Toph again.
Myris is standing there with his arms crossed, and like, and probably because Toph can't see, but she can feel emotions. Myris's blood is boiling.
Ooh, I might be able to sense that.
Is that what she does?
Yes.
Okay, I cast levitate on her.
Ooh. She is not gonna like that.
She needs to make a con save. That's what I was trying to do to Cookie.
Yeah. Oh, right, I made super, but I didn't make cough. Fuck. Oh, let's see. Plus 2, then... 4... Ha!
I cast levitate again.
Fuck you. Petty.
I got charges in the staff, buddy.
Alex is gonna be
That's a failure. Toph is now 20 feet in the air.
Hoff is panicking. Whoa! Stop! What? I can't make it stop. What's happening?
Now you see what it is like when you are inconvenienced?
She sighs and goes, alright, I won't tear up the floor.
You
Or
can't
any
just
other
pick
part
up
of,
the master's
or any
grace
other
bending
part
like
of
that.
the house.
I won't damage the house with earth bending.
And when you earthbend in the patio or the courtyard, you put it back when you are finished.
Yeah, put me down.
She slowly, gracefully goes to the ground, and when she's about a foot off, Myris goes, "Sweat."
As she's gracefully landing, she just like
No, like this
well,
is before
as she's
yeah.
slowly falling and like slowly lowering back towards the ground. She's like, "Oh God, okay, yes, I swear it, fine. Make the stop. I can't see anything. This is horrible."
Thank you. And she drops gracefully to the ground.
Alright.
Do not piss off the wizard. And Myers like still has his arms crossed, and is looking at Toph, his foot tapping on the ground. So, are you going to put it back the way it was?
Alex puts Cookie in the Ultra Ball and she goes hides behind the piano.
Alpha, did you hear me?
Hello.
Back and forth on Myris and Toph.
There we go. Yeah, my
Hey, there we go.
Alex is hiding behind the piano. She put Cookie back in the Ultra Ball.
off scene.
That
Cookie is gone.
She
but
just knows that Toph don't take shit from nobody.
And but did you hear what Myra said?
No.
Myra's like looking at Toph and looking at the messed up ground and tapping his foot on the ground. So, are you going to put it back the way it was?
I mean, she did. There's just like a giant. There was. Alright, so what happened is like out of game. Giant pillar came up out of the ground, busting through like. I'm gonna assume the wooden floor and the like rug on the ground or carpet or whatever. Probably a rug. And busted a hole through it. and then a giant stone pillar came up into the air that she landed on, and the giant stone pillar sunk back down into the ground. So there's just a hole with broken wood and a torn carpet. So
Okay, oh, the hole
She
is
put
in
it back.
the upstairs with the wood.
what?
Oh, wait,
This is on the
never
first
mind.
floor.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so there's basically just a hole in the carpet.
And the wooden floor.
Okay. Then Myris doesn't say that. But
I figured that's why.
yeah, but now that Myris has gotten his way, he actually not trusting Toph. Myris takes a step toward the library, and a portal opens. And he steps through as he teleports to the library.
Alright, well, I guess you guys just have a hole in the floor now.
Myris will deal with that eventually.
Back to the book. It is a pretty
He must know that he just-
enchanting book.
I was waiting for Toph to like fling a freaking boulder at him or something.
I was
Toph
waiting
thought
for Toph to fling a
Toph
pebble.
definitely thought about it. Toph has never been levitated into the air before. It's a very new experience to her, and she really disliked it and never wants to have it happen again.
Yeah, like I said, don't piss off the wizard.
Toph could have done many things in response, but
Toph was being good.
Toph just didn't want to levitate again because that's how Toph sees, through her feet. So Toph, not being on the ground, just like she's actually blind or something. So
Yeah, I think that was one of the first times that the group kind of saw Myris' vengeful side.
So Alex is gonna say, well, it was supposed to be a group vote, but I'm not quite sure where we're standing on this topic.
Toph says, well, you didn't say you wouldn't earthbend in the house. I said I wouldn't damage the house with my earthbending. So, you know.
Alex is looking at the floor like, I think I see what you're getting at.
You know how to navigate this house, Inosuke? Or
Nimmy.
like, have you already picked your room, Inosuke?
He did.
Alright. The real question is, do you remember how to get back to your room, or are you going to open up someone else's door and sleep inside someone else's room? Okay. Double checking. Sorry, what was
On that
Nemi
note-
doing?
Nemi was gonna go into her room
Okay.
and
Alex
start
is gonna go home. Or to her
doing,
room.
you know what, to her room. It's gonna be wonderful.
So, Morty seeing you leave is probably gonna follow you. Really wants to make sure no laser beams get set off.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah.
The babysitter.
Yes.
The babysitter, the ultimate babysitter.
Just out of curiosity, how many hours has it been since Alex and Morty took the drugs?
Approximately 10 to 12.
Alright then.
Tony's AFK for a minute. I myself am gonna go grab a drink and go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Intermission!
Yes.
Good idea.
Hey, I'm back. Gotcha.
Alright, I am back.
As am I.
Coolio.
But yeah, Alpha.
Yes.
Fun fact about the staff. Levitate, only 2 charges out of the 20 that the staff holds.
Wow. Had to roll 5.
Well, to be fair, the staff only had 10 more charges today, because I used Fireball and Lightning Bolt when I was training with Roy. And then and then 2 other charges on the failed one on Cookie, 2 more on on the one that Top succeeded at, and then 2 more on the one that she failed at. So it has 4 charges left.
Okay.
But if that fails, then we get to the real pissed off Myers.
Yeah. Alright, well. Everyone's reading a book or going to bed. We can skip to the next day.
Nimi?
Right, that. So, Nemi, you go into your room? It's Raven here.
Actually, who's all here?
Shadow here. Shadow is here. So I believe everyone is asinine here? Okay.
Asinine!
Probably gonna go another 20-30 minutes until some food is gonna be ready, and then I'm gonna go eat because
Holy crap, it's 11 at night.
yeah, we've been going for like 3 hours. 3 hours. So probably another 20-30 minutes of maybe 45 tops, but probably not that long. Once my dinner is ready, I'm probably gonna end the session if we're up to the stopping point. Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. What's wrong with Clovis?
He's just our local scapegoat.
Apparently. He's got his own room now. He's moving up in the world.
Yeah. That just means that if we have any contraband, we know where to hide it.
I was gonna say something about having like visitors over.
I was worried about the servants.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we do.
That.
We do still need to. We do still need to find servants.
Yeah, I think that's what you were gonna talk to everyone about, but you can do that.
That's
like,
alright.
Tomorrow at breakfast, or tomorrow at lunch, or brunch, or whenever. But as for tonight, the night is not ended yet because we are waiting on Fox
Yeah, we still need them to break her room.
and the ceiling. To
Oh, Alex is
collapse.
gonna have something to say about that.
Out of
I mean,
curiosity,
that's
do
pretty
we
close
do we
by.
have an attic?
I don't think so.
Okay. I was just curious if there was, yet another room that she broke.
Is she on the top floor or the
I
bottom?
believe so. I think she said 24, so top floor.
So she's literally right next to us, huh?
She is indeed across the hall.
Oh boy!
I'm actually really glad that Myers is at the other end of the house because there is a slight chance that he will not hear this.
Yeah. Probably be a much higher DC save, so.
Oh, he might hear it. I don't know. It's a fucking roof collapsing.
It is a big
Yeah.
house. Yeah. I think we've established it already happens, Asinine. We just have to actually wait for it to happen. Wait, which room?
Oh boy. I
I'm
think
glad
he's
we're in the
21.
bag for this.
21?
I think he's in 21. Yeah,
Where's 21?
corner,
Corner, top
top
right,
right corner.
The empty room with nothing in it? Oh, okay.
Oh, so Fox said she took 24 though.
To be fair, she didn't specify which 24. They're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 24s. So she's gonna have to specify which 24.
The one close to the bathroom, I believe, is what she said.
I think she said she wanted to collapse one of the walls in between 24 so that she could have a bathroom in her room.
The corner.
Oh,
24.
so 24 and then
Yeah,
she's-
pretty much.
so she's taking the bathroom for herself essentially.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah. That is
You don't know, maybe
fucking
she wants to
hilarious.
climb over the sink. It's a barbarian, and I'm sure she can manage. Fox?
Fox!
Fox, we only have a limited amount of time left to play 'cause I'm gonna eat dinner soon.
We could put it on pause.
I mean, I can't really eat now as food is yet to be made. I don't know what else we're gonna do at night though. I guess we could do stuff tomorrow morning and just come back to this, but I don't know how tomorrow morning would react differently like with the roof collapsing at night. So
I'm telling her we got a time limit.
if she doesn't come back within the next few minutes, we should just call it here.
I'd be fine with that.
Give her 3 more minutes. If she doesn't come back by 11:20, then we can just end. Because that will have been about 10 minutes, and that should be plenty of time to do stuff and come back. 5 minutes should be plenty of time to do stuff and come back. Hope she's not like coughing up her lungs or something.
Probably.
If that's the
making
case,
food.
she probably doesn't want to come back.
Yeah. So which wall is the portal on, Moogle?
Let me look at it.
Oh god.
I'm just
I know what
curious.
you're thinking.
You don't though. I'm just curious.
Let me see where
So
the door
there's
is.
one
real quick.
door. If you go to the page and you zoom in,
Yeah,
you
I'm
can-
looking.
Yeah, you can see the door. So
Okay, so where the bottom, or where the plant is on the bottom,
yeah.
right by the wall, that's near the hallway, so it's inward, not outward.
Sorry about that.
So the pile to the bottom left of the couch, or to the left of the plant. That wall.
Yes.
Okay. Just curious, so I can know later. Okay. Well, since you're back, by all means, go to your room and do what you were gonna do, as it is here at that point.
So Nemi walks into the. Let's see. Where is it?
The top left 24.
She already did it.
No. So it's gonna. I'm going.
Which
23.
24? Because they're like 5 24s.
Okay, so the 24. That's hold on. Let me take a screenshot and then draw because that makes it easier for me.
Okay.
Is it just the topmost 24? Like where it goes 21, 23, 24?
Mm-mm.
There's like the bottom middle, the bottom left, the middle left, the top left, and the top right.
Give me a second. Ugh. That one. Those two. Those are 24s.
Those two.
Oh,
Okay.
those two. Alright, well.
And okay, time out. If there's a bomb in there, you should have put it in notes.
He did.
Alright, well that's at least enough distance that it's not gonna set off a bomb.
Yeah.
By the way, I thought you wanted the bathroom, which is 23.
I thought she
No,
did
no.
as well.
No, I said 24.
But you said you wanted 24 so that you could break down a wall so that you would have a bathroom in your room. Is why you said you wanted to do it, is so you could have a bathroom in your room. That is what you said.
Yeah, I did. But at the same time, there's gonna be maybe 3 walls broken.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
Nemi wants a big room too.
That's fair. I mean, a lot
Okay.
of us do want big rooms.
So,
If you could wait a few days, Myris might be able to help you with that. But okay.
I mean, too late. It's already happened. We've already declared
Yeah,
it happens.
Oh boy.
So, are you in the bottom left or middle left? Just for
Let's see.
clarification. It doesn't really make much of a difference. I'm just curious. I assume you would be in the bottom left because that is the biggest. Then you would break the wall down into the middle left.
Yes.
Okay, so I suppose to start off with, make an attack roll with your greatsword,
Okay.
your guillotine sword. Since you said you were using that to break the wall down, go ahead and just make an attack roll at the wall. Yeah. 16 damage. Yeah. Alright. So you smash through the wall. And, part of the room starts to collapse. And it is going to... You can make a... say a DC... A DC 16 dexterity save to dodge the incoming debris that is falling onto you. So dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
Oofers.
I'm gonna use my Rick thing.
Your... Sorry, what's it called?
Rick thing?
Yeah, but what's it called? Your what?
Oh, you give
I'm
her
gonna
the
use
luck
my
points a
Rick
bit
Grace.
a while
no,
back.
no, I'm fucking with her. What's
Yeah,
it called?
everyone's gonna fuck with me. I don't fucking care. It's Rick. I'm gonna call it Rick Grace. That's what it's
Oh.
gonna be called.
Okay.
I thought it was the Rick roll.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it is the Rick roll. I just wanted to hear you say Rick roll. So
Advantage? I don't remember. Is it advantage?
It's one
just
reroll.
I
another-
thought you just
just a
roll
reroll.
it again.
Ooh. There you go.
There we
You
go.
take 12 damage from falling debris landing on you, as everyone else who is in the house. So are Morty and Alex already in the portal?
I mean, I was.
So Morty probably was too then.
We're right next door. How would we not
Yeah.
be able to hear that?
Yeah, that's true.
Nemi just shakes
I
it, shakes it off.
Alex is gonna go, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, so, fuck. Who else had what for their rooms? Where was 7 at? 7 was down first floor. Okay, so directly above you down the hall, you could hear that. I'm gonna say the only person who probably might not have heard it would be Myris. So, yeah, Myris, make a perception check, because everyone else is within, like, 100 feet or less. You definitely hear some loud crashing. Andromeda hears what specifically sounds like the ceiling collapsing.
Okay, how far is it across the house?
It's on the opposite side of the house.
No, like in terms of feet. How
Oh.
far?
Fuck, dude, I don't know, it's a big house.
Okay.
Opposite side of the house. I don't know the exact amount of feet. I don't have a specific amount of feet of how big this house is. I'd have to count.
Well, it was like, what, 60 feet between the opening, or where Myers teleported to the backyard, I
Yes,
believe he said
okay,
before.
So... One, two, three, 3.5. So about maybe, give or take, 200 to 200 plus feet. Or it depends on where you're at in the library. If you're at the table, it's about 250 feet away.
Cool.
But it is also upstairs.
Okay, so, Andromeda heard the ceiling collapse, correct?
Yes.
How steep is the ceiling?
Oh shit.
I'm not entirely
Can you take
sure.
my meds?
Like,
Would it be, too steep for someone to stand on? Is my main question.
oh, okay. Nah.
Cool.
Nah, you could stand on it if you needed to.
So the D2 that I rolled was whether or not my resistance were under attack.
Hmm.
And he does.
Nice.
So, because he needs to get over there, Myris casts Dimension Door
Okay.
with a range of 500 feet.
Alright.
And he appears so Myris casts Dimension Door and appears on the roof. Now, DM, I am going to leave it up to you as to whether or not the part of the roof that I appear on is still up.
Just funny.
So, where are you appearing on the roof? General
okay, let's see,
vicinity.
so-
Like, how many feet are you dooring?
Actually, in order to be able to stand easier, I'd probably appear near the peak, so like over the hallway, and probably a bit closer to the corner. That would give me a better centralized position to attack whatever aerial entity is most certainly bombarding our house.
So, which corner? By 23 and 24, or by 24 and 24 on the bottom?
I'm sorry, no, like the hallway corner in that area, by 21 and 24.
Oh, the hallway corner. Alright, got you. Like, centralized.
Yeah, because I imagine that that's also where the peak, corners, and so that would give Myris, like, the most firm footing in a normal circumstance. And so, yes, so
Ooh.
Myris believes that we are under attack by an aerial entity, and most definitely needs to be upstairs in order to. Oh God!
I gave you.
You gave me what? Oh, I think his controller died.
There we go. Yes, my controller did die.
Hey, there we go. You
So
said I gave
better
you, and
odds I gave you better odds because you specified where you were, and that was a little farther out than where it might have gone. But I still wanted to roll just to see if it happened, and yes, you are going to walk out of your dimensional door, and you are going to start falling into a bunch of sharp and pointy wood. And
cool bonus
broken
action.
tiles.
I use my Cool bonus action. I use my face step to go onto an unbroken part of the roof.
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
and so Myris like reappears near like which part is not broken? Like further toward the end of the hall 24, or further toward the piano room. Like which direction would be less?
Further towards the piano room would definitely be less broken.
Okay, cool. He reappears on the roof on the roof over there, and I would like to make a perception check for an aerial entity that is assailing our house.
Go ahead.
Alex is rushing into the hallway.
And Andromeda is as well.
So.
Oh wow, 219s. We are on point, looking out.
All right, there is nothing at all. Not a bird in sight. Nothing. No one on the roof. You don't see any dust being kicked up from anyone invisible. You don't see anyone off in the distance. You can 360 spin in a circle. You see no one at all. There is nothing whatsoever.
Okay. Well, I believe Alex was doing something. So I imagine this took a second. So whatever. So while
Yeah, you're
like,
looking around pretty thoroughly right now.
Yeah.
I just said Alex ran into the hallway trying to figure out what the fuck that noise was.
Morty is going to soon after follow.
The real question is, since I'm rushing into the hallway, is the ceiling still collapsing?
Let's say the ceiling collapsed, and the collapse is what you noticed, and you came out of the portal, and going into the hallway, as you open the door, there is just debris as you open the door. So you don't really go into the hallway, actually.
There.
I had to look at the map again. The image. To see where the ceiling collapsed, because, yeah.
Alex is just gonna look at Morty and say, I didn't do this one.
Morty's gonna go, whoa, what the, huh.
Is anybody else reacting to this shit, or is everything feel like what's going on?
There's currently an elf on the roof that's...
Oh wait, I didn't check where Inosuke's room was. 14. Where the fuck is 14 at? 14? Alright, actually, Inosuke, I take it back. You are gonna have to roll, wait, where's 14?
Wait, did he take one of the bathrooms?
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't that just a bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you click on, when you go to notes, like, click on the picture, and then click in the bottom left corner, open original. Oh. Really? Huh.
Where were you
Sorry
trying,
about that.
where were you trying to have your room?
Hey, well, I
No,
want
like, what-
you to know that 14 is probably not going to be able to be taken, because that is Toph's bathroom.
I wonder if he was saying you.
Yeah, that's a pretty good room.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say if you were right 20, then you absolutely heard the ceiling collapse or some loud destruction. You wanted to roll perception, you could specifically know the ceiling collapse. You did? Sorry, I didn't see it. Oh, I didn't see it. I had the other screen open. You heard, well, be more interactive. The more interactive you are, the more I'm going to notice you doing things, so, sorry. He's not, though. He is specifically not.
What the fuck?
Damn.
Savage. So yeah, you heard what seemed like the ceiling collapsing. It could have been something else. Could have been a bomb. Could have been
Could have been a demon
an
attacking
attack.
the house.
Definitely sounded like a wall being destroyed, though. Could be a demon attack, by all means. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, so you're breaking your door now? God damn it.
Ow. You guys are trash.
Do any of us know Nimmy's in that room over there?
Out of curiosity, does Toph know?
Toph definitely knows.
Yeah. Yeah, Toph definitely knows that the,
Cause
ceiling
Toph.
just collapsed. Well, actually, let's see. Because Toph might have just been laying in bed and not, like, had her feet on the ground, so.
I mean, she could still hear.
Yeah, she can still hear. She is also on the opposite end of the house, though. Alright, so Toph hears a loud bang and is now going to roll perception. Toph just knows there's a loud bang, and she's probably gonna get up and go check out what it was. I don't know who all,
I don't know if anyone sees me because it's dark. And
Well, did you not have your lights on? There's electricity in this house.
no.
Okay.
Not really.
I don't know, that might have fucked with the wiring.
Fair play. You're not wrong.
Yeah. So after he doesn't see anything on the roof, Myris will face step into the hallway. Is everyone alright? What's going on?
Alex is just gonna immediately say, "That was not me."
You're face stepping in the hallway underneath you, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because if you face step somewhere else, you might have taken some piercing damage.
Yeah. And by the way, when Alex says
Nemi
that,
puts away her swords and kind
I mean,
of
you are like,
just.
you got rubble all around you.
I know. That's because I shaked it off when I was getting up.
when Alex says that wasn't me, I rolled an inside check and Myers is just like, yeah, right. Who was it? What? Were we attacked? Or... I went up on the roof and I didn't see anything.
I was just going to bed like the rest of us, or at least I assumed we were.
I mean,
How
I
many
was
of us
going
are
to
in
say
this
I thought.
hallway right now? I guess Alex and Morty aren't because we're kind of barricaded in a little bit.
Yeah,
Sounds
no,
like
you
it.
guys can't get out the door.
Oh wait, they can't get out the door?
No, like,
No.
that hallway, from like the top 24, top left 24, down to bottom middle 24, and to the left is like all collapsed.
Okay, so then in that case, I assume that like we're doing this via message spells. Yeah, that Alex and I are doing this via.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm yelling.
that works. Are you stuck? You're not able to get out?
I mean, there's always a way out. I'm just
Yeah.
kind of concerned for the rest of the group.
Alright, I'll check on them in just a moment. For now, I'll get ready to come out. Are you and Morty decent?
Let's find
It's a
out.
fair question.
1 yes, 2 no.
Okay.
So the truth.
Oh,
Well,
Fair enough.
Give me a moment. Alex is gonna run back into the room.
Myers is gonna turn and point and cast message toward Nemi's room. Nemi, are you alright?
Asinine Echo. Sorry. Just let you know.
I am perfectly fine.
Did you suffer any injury from the damage?
Nemi looks at her body. Alpha, explain.
I mean, don't with a successful dexterity save, you probably don't get any like thing pierced into you from like splintered wood, but you definitely have just a whole lot of ceiling and tiles and wooden beams. Probably a big wooden beam land on you or hit you, taking a little bludgeoning damage. You took 12 points of damage, so you did get injured, but you're not like you didn't get stabbed by anything, so you're not bleeding. It's possible you have a small concussion.
Probably a small, itty bitty.
Oh, not a big one, but like it's possible
Small
you might have
concussion.
a small concussion. You succeed your dexterity saving throw though, so.
I'm going to guesstimate the distance and dismiss Andromeda and resummon her 30 feet in front of me, hoping that that's near Nanny.
Give me one moment. Alright. So, you can resummon Andromeda in somewhere towards the wall of the middle 24 room. And
Yeah, like
Lowski and Nikolai are coming to the hallway. Since they're not saying it. Alex is gonna come out of the portal. Okay, we're decent now.
alright, get ready to come toward the doorway, and Myris is going to use Face Step to conjure a portal that they can run through. It's only another 6 seconds, come on.
Alex is running through.
Morty runs through.
And the portal closes. That all of us accounted for except for Nemi. And she said that she took a bit of damage, however, I was not clear on exactly what.
Where's Toph?
Off is behind, a little ways behind, Nikolai and Inosuke.
Alright.
She is on her way. She wasn't sure what happened. Heard a loud bang.
And so, was I able to see through Andromeda? Was I able to see Nemi?
Considering she did collapse the wall, she could, through a couple very tiny spots, see Nemi on the other side of the wall. Yes. But Andromeda is, like, very cramped. There's a lot of debris in the room.
Did Nibbles come out with us? Because he was roaming the room.
In the portal room or in the 25 room?
I mean, yes.
If you
He
want
had free
Nibbles to.
range.
I mean, Nibbles is
Yeah, he's
your
fine.
pet,
He's
so-
safe.
Okay.
Alright, Myers is going to kind of back everybody up. Let's get back. And, Nemi, stay still.
Hey!
And on the seal, or near the ceiling, above, in front of me in a clear portion of the, hallway, Mars is going to conjure one part of the portal. The other one is going to be directly below where Nemi is, so that she falls through.
Alex is gonna look at Nikolai and be like, I don't know.
So Myers is just conjuring the the portal so that Nemi is able to fall through one portal and into the hallway.
Okay.
Did it? Alex is looking at him like...
Morty is going to bust out into laughter and just walk over and pat you on the shoulder and say, Inosuke, you're fantastic. Wiping a tear off his eye.
If Myers weren't in triage mode, there would be many reactions.
So
Alex
Toph,
now sees the importance of not breaking the house.
walking over, seeing all this destruction, immediately goes, "Hey, wizard man, Myris, I didn't do this. Don't
I know you're
fucking levitate
you're
me again." Cool.
You're safe. You're very at the end of the house. You're safe. So was I able to get it to where Nemi was able to fall into the hallway in front of us?
Using your bird vision?
Yes.
Yes.
In
yes,
order
you
to
could do that.
know where she was. Okay, she probably takes probably a few pieces of debris come with her before I'm able to close the portal.
Probably, yeah.
That's all you hear is just a thump on the ground, and I'm just like, hi. Not like that, but she says hello and just kind of waves her hand.
Myris just kind of looks around. Is anybody seriously injured?
No, but I'm questioning how we're gonna get back in our room.
Thank you for that. Just a moment. And he turns around to Nemi with that same blood-boiling, look in his eyes. What did you do?
Well, all the other rooms with space were taken, and I am taller than mostly everybody here. As she looks over at the room and then looks at Myris.
Myris just has his head, like he's just hard face palming. Then your gods have asked.
I still have platinum.
Is any of this debris stone? Or such,
there's
or is
like
it-
tiles, hard tiles, but it's not like, well, I guess the tile might be considered like a kind of rock, maybe? Or is that ceramic?
Eh. It's not gonna matter if the wall is all wood, and I don't know why I'm even
that's
asking.
what I was- yeah. Okay.
Alright, and Myris is just kind of like doing some quick calculations in his head. How about we reassign the sleeping quarters for tonight, and perhaps tomorrow I'll be able to find a way to fix this.
The thing again.
Wait, we're moving rooms now?
Morty is going to put his hand on his face, still laughing at Inosuke's previous joke, and just kind of, Inosuke, what did you do?
And Myris does that slow villain turn of the head. as he turns around and glares daggers at Inosuke.
So since oh my god. At this moment in time, Nemi moves to the one part of the house, since we were talking about the moving living quarters for right now.
Roll
She
deception
moves
there,
to-
Inosuke.
She goes to 11.
You only
Maybe
have
I
to beat a
expected
10.
this out of that one, and she points at Ty.
Yeah, that's the thing. Our bomb maker is the one who has broken the least amount of the house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
are
Okay. So then he Myris turns right back around to Nemi, and like you can see like sparks conjuring around his staff, and then he just kind of just go to sleep. We will find a way to deal with this in the morning.
Nemi scurries downstairs to the seating area so she can sleep.
And Myris just Myris just angrily storms back to his room.
Wait,
Doesn't
Myris,
bother. Oh, what's up?
One question. Are we gonna
What?
clean up this debris and be able to get into our room tomorrow then?
Possibly.
Alright.
Depending
no
on two
problem.
things. Either if we can hire a work crew, or Depending on what we're able to teach.
Don't die, Fox. Jesus. On that note, Alex is gonna go over to room 17. That's right by the piano room.
I'm
Following
in
Myra's down the
11.
hallway, I guess.
I'm in the seating area because at least it has a couch.
Yeah,
And she's. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
And when she goes to room 17, she's gonna put an orange portal on the door or on the wall. Well,
You just see Nemi crawling on the.
Myris is probably very confused as to why Alex and Morty went
Nemi
into the
is kind
closet.
of just
basically.
crawling on crawling on the side of the wall, running to like room 11.
Hey, Alex.
Mhm.
Myris stormed off ahead of you and does not even care. like, actually, when he gets
Stressful day.
when he gets exactly 55 feet from the door, from his door, you see the portal open, and then you see it shut. And when it shuts, it seems to be far more aggressive than usual. Like that's his version of slamming the door.
Alex is gonna turn and look at Morty and goes, I guess we'll be back in that room to, have an eye on the bag, but nobody can touch it, right?
Morty's like, ooh, with Rick's technology? No. You and I are, they would literally have to cut off our hands.
Oof. I like my hands where they are.
Yeah, so, no, we're good.
Oh, still dead on the inside.
Alright, Alex goes to bed.
Alright, Morty, jump.
Oh my fucking god, you better be fucking glad
So
that you
it
fucking
is-
used the bomb.
So
I could've.
It's in the storage thingy in room 24. Yeah. Okay. Nah, seems to be fine. Like the debris missed it by like
A hair.
10, 20 feet tops. Pretty close. 10, 15 feet.
We haven't even had this house for a full 24 hours.
Don't even.
I mean, Alex might be up in an hour.
Yeah. I don't think you saw anyone. Have fun not closing your door.
Yes.
Are you
Wait,
sure
were
it's
you
still in
following
one
us down
piece?
the hallway, Matt? Like, yours
20
is
right.
upstairs if you took.
Room 20 on
Oh,
the
okay.
right.
I guess he wouldn't have gone all the way. Yeah, okay. You're upstairs. You're the top picture. The one directly to the right. He's in 20. He's on the top floor. So it's the top image of the house, but it's the one directly to the right from the doorway. From the entrance, I guess I should say.
Yeah, the entrance hall. Yeah, that. Yeah, the twos. A lot of the twos look like ones.
Yeah.
Fine for me. No.
It's all good. We got it sorted.
But yeah, so
Glad we didn't take off our glasses just because, you know, it's the middle of the night, it might be a little dark and we wearing glasses.
Definitely isn't taking them off. He knows better. But I will also say that since you guys, if Morty and Alex want to spend 8 hours in that room, which is an hour outside of that room, then I mean, you could just spend the remainder of the time in that room, which would be like an hour and a half outside. You could spend like 12 hours inside that room and not have the effects of the drug last anymore. It's up to you though.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Go ahead and say Morty suggests this. So, could still spend the remainder of the time enjoying them drugs, but not have as much chance outside as destroying the house with laser eyes.
I mean, the house is already getting there.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah,
wait to see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah.
Roy's gonna come back and be like,
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Roy can fix it.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
whole. That's what
That
Myris
is.
was talking about.
I didn't know that is that.
Yeah, because out of character, Myris knows that that Roy, like, part of alchemy is construction and reconstruction and deconstruction, and that the fabricate spell is part of that, and that's what Roy said that we would be working on tomorrow, and Myris just like, we really should reflect on that today.
Yeah. So,
He
that
first
note-
said that thought when he saw when he saw what Toph did, and then he really had that thought when he saw what Nemi did.
Alright. My dinner's been ready for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna call the session here, so I can go eat.
Sounds good, man.
I am very